Gray clouds hang heavy over the Winco parking lot. Cold rain taps against windshields. Most people hurry inside, heads down, focused on their groceries. But one man walks differently. Richard Anthony Pina, 34 years old, pushes through the automatic doors with the confidence of someone who belongs. Navy blue jumpsuit, work boots, a company logo stitched across his chest. In his hands, a toolbox and what looks like official paperwork. To every shopper rushing past him, he's invisible. Just another repair guy. Just another working man fixing another broken machine. In 22 minutes, this man will disappear forever. But first, he's about to pull off the most audacious coin heist in modern American history. And he's going to do it with nothing but laundry baskets, a fake uniform, and the greatest disguise of all, being completely ordinary. Richard Pina understood something most criminals never figure out. The best hiding place is in plain sight. For 11 months, he'd been the ghost in America's grocery stores. While customers fed quarters and dimes into Coinstar machines, counting their spare change, Pina watched. He studied. He learned. He discovered that coin cashing machines are gold mines sitting in the open. Think about it. Every day, thousands of people dump their loose change into these machines. Quarters from car washes, dimes from parking meters, pennies from kitchen jars. The machines swallow it all, sort it, count it, and store it in secure metal vaults. By December 2021, investigators would find 1.5 million stolen coins in Pina's possession, worth more than $133,000. But that was just what they caught him with. The real number was much higher. Pina had cracked the code on America's most overlooked treasure chests. And his method was brilliant in its simplicity. Look like you're supposed to be there. Pina's apartment sits in a dusty complex where the air conditioning rattles and the parking lot cracks under the desert sun. Not poverty, but not prosperity either. The kind of place where people work 2 jobs and still worry about rent. Pina had been working legitimate jobs. Warehouse shifts, delivery routes, odd jobs that paid just enough to cover the basics. But something changed in January 2021. Maybe it was watching wealthy customers casually dump $50, $100, sometimes $200 worth of coins into machines without a second thought. Maybe it was realizing that most people never question a man in a uniform doing his job. Or maybe it was simply the math. Federal prosecutors would later reveal that on December 21st, 2021 alone, Pina stole roughly $10,000 from a store in Hillsborough, then stole nearly $7,000 from another store in Hillsborough. Within the next hour, he ripped off nearly $3,000 from a location in Beaverton. Then 30 minutes later, he took another $3,000 from a different store in Beaverton. $23,000 in 4 hours. For most Americans, that's half a year's salary. For Pina, it became a Tuesday afternoon. Pina didn't just decide to rob coin machines. He became a coin machine technician. The fake ID badges looked real. The work uniforms had company logos stitched on them. His rental vans were always clean, always forgettable. The kind of vehicles service companies actually use. His tools could pick any lock on these machines. Not burglar tools, service tools, the real deal. And when customers asked how long the repair would take, he had the perfect answer. Just a system update. You know how it is. Because that's exactly what a real technician would say. But the genius move? Those laundry baskets, not bags, not briefcases, laundry baskets. Who the hell suspects a guy carrying laundry? Walk into any grocery store in America. Head straight for the Coinstar machine. Open your toolbox. Start working on the lock. When people ask questions, act slightly annoyed, like any worker dealing with broken equipment. 3 minutes later, the coin vault is open. Thousands of quarters, dimes, nickels, and pennies, all sorted, all counted, all ready to go. Load it into the laundry basket, cover with a shop towel, close the toolbox. All set, he'd announced to nobody in particular. Walk out the front door, load the basket into the van, drive to the next store. 8 minutes inside, $10,000 richer, zero suspicion. From January to December 2021, Pina turned theft into a road trip. Interstate 84 through Utah and Idaho, Interstate 5 through Oregon and Washington. He'd hit 4 to 6 stores per day, always moving, never staying in one area long enough for anyone to notice. Start in Las Vegas, drive north through Utah's small towns, cross into Idaho suburbs, hit Portland metro stores, end in Washington, circle back home. Each store had between $3,000 and $15,000 in coins, depending on how long since the last real collection. Pina learned to estimate just by looking at store size and foot traffic. Hit them during busy periods when staff was distracted. Work during shift changes when nobody's paying attention. Avoid mornings and late nights when managers might actually care about some guy working on the coin machine. By October 2021, Pina's hotel rooms looked insane. Laundry baskets everywhere, filled with quarters. Garbage bags stuffed with dimes. Suitcases packed with nickels and pennies. 1.5 million coins weighs 8,000 pounds. That's 4 tons of metal he had to keep moving between hotels, storage units, different cities. The coins took up massive space. His hotel rooms became warehouses with paths between mountains of change. Converting millions of coins into cash without raising red flags? That's a whole other problem. Can't just walk into banks with trash bags full of quarters. Pina had to break it down into smaller amounts, spread across multiple locations, different times. The success was creating its own nightmare. He was drowning in stolen coins. So what did he do? Steal more. December 21st, 2021, Portland area. This was supposed to be it. The big finale. One last massive haul before disappearing forever. 2 Hillsborough stores, $17,000 total. 2 Beaverton locations, $6,000 more. 5 hours of work, $23,000 in stolen coins. But success made him sloppy. He was rushing now, working mechanically instead of carefully. The 11-month winning streak had made him overconfident. He didn't notice he was creating patterns. He didn't see the trail he was leaving. He was so focused on the money, he forgot about the method that had kept him safe. December 22nd, 2021. One more store. One final score. Then retirement. Sarah Martinez worked customer service at Winco Foods for 3 years. She knew when the Coinstar machine got serviced, 2 weeks ago. She knew there was no maintenance scheduled for today. She watched this guy in the work uniform approach the coin machine. Everything looked right. Uniform, tools, paperwork. But something felt wrong. Martinez checked her computer. No work orders, no service calls, no notifications from corporate. This technician was working fast. Too fast. Real repair guys run diagnostics, test functions. This guy was just focused on the cash vault. She picked up the phone. Clark County Sheriff's Department? I think we have a problem. 3:52 p.m. Sheriff's dispatch gets the call. 3:54 p.m. Police unit responds. 3:56 p.m. Pina loads his final score, over $5,000 in coins. Perfect ending to a perfect scheme. He starts the van, checks his mirrors, begins backing out of the parking space. For 11 months, Richard Anthony Pina had been America's most successful coin thief. Dozens of stores across 4 states, more than 1.5 million stolen coins. A method so simple and effective that nobody ever suspected him, until someone did. 3:58 p.m. 2 deputies approach the van.
License and registration.
Good afternoon, sir.
Here it is.
License and registration? Even caught red-handed, Pina stays calm, professional demeanor intact. Are you servicing the coin machine? Yes, sir. Routine maintenance. Can I see your work order? Pina hands over the fake paperwork, company letterhead, service codes, technical language. Looks completely legit, except for one problem. Sir, this work order is dated for next week. That's when his cover story falls apart. The second deputy walks around the van, finds 6 laundry baskets filled with coins, plus bags containing thousands more. Sir, step out of the vehicle. 4:15 p.m. Contents of the van, professional lockpicks, multiple fake uniforms, forged documents, and massive amounts of stolen coins. 4:45 p.m. Pina's hotel room search reveals the full scope. Coins covering every surface. Floor sagging under the weight. Mountains of quarters in industrial containers. Dimes in restaurant buckets. Nickels in garbage bags. Pennies filling suitcases. Final count. 1.5 million coins worth around $130,000. And this was just what he had with him. December 23, 2021. Pina sits in jail, still wearing his fake technician uniform. FBI agent Sarah Chen lays out the evidence. Dozens of stores across 4 states. Hundreds of thousands in stolen coins, elaborate fraud scheme, professional equipment. Security footage from Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Utah shows the same man, same uniform, same method. Always confident, always successful until yesterday. Federal charges, conspiracy to transport stolen money across state lines. Maximum penalty, 10 years in prison. Total damage to the coin machine company, over $715,000 in losses and repairs. But the investigation keeps growing. This wasn't just one man. The federal conspiracy charge means other people were involved. Some might still be out there using Pina's method. March 10th, 2023. Federal Courthouse, Portland. Pina pleads guilty. June 29th, 2023. Sentencing day. 48 months in federal prison. 3 years supervised release. $582,000 in restitution. 4 years in prison for 11 months of work that netted hundreds of thousands of dollars. Today, Pina sits in federal prison. No more rental vans, no more fake uniforms, no more coin machines to service. For 11 months, he was the perfect criminal. He stole over $500,000 using nothing but fake uniforms and real confidence. But in the end, being invisible wasn't enough. Because the moment someone starts looking for you, really looking, every disguise becomes see-through. Sarah Martinez still works at that Winco. She watches every repair guy who comes through those doors now. The coin machines are still there, still collecting loose change. But now they've got better locks, more cameras, and employees who actually check the schedule. Pina proved that anyone can become invisible by looking like they belong. He also proved that someone will always eventually notice. The invisible man became visible. The perfect crime became perfectly solved. The guy who stole 1.5 million coins learned that you can't steal time, and time always catches up. Richard Anthony Pina walked into grocery stores with laundry baskets and walked out with a fortune. But he also walked into a trap of his own making. Because in America, someone always asks the right questions.